I'm going to be brutally honest. I've never done anything like this before. I've never even owned a Canopy before. But I'm going to show you mostly today on this video is how I actually did the floor. I'm on a Facebook Canopy group, and one of the big things is the debate about, do you have a false floor or not? For me, it was obvious I was going to do a floor. I did an enormous amount of research on boxes, canopies. There's a lot out there. Most of them are made overseas. I think this one is also made overseas. I'm not sure where, but it seems to have a better quality. Mostly what I saw was guys complaining about they leak like a sieve. And even my daughter has one and she says the same, it leaks like a sieve. So I looked high and low, even in the middle. And this is a TC box. I think it's Tradies Choice. It comes from Melbourne, but I think they've opened a plant in Sydney, which was where I've got this one. Went down, picked this up, and brought it back, and here we are, basically almost the finished product. There's a little bit more to do, but let's walk you through. I watched quite a few videos on floors. There's not really a lot on there, but this is how I did it. Doesn't mean you have to do it this way. Hey, just a quick mention here. I'm using a polyurethane glue. It looks like silicone, but it's called polyurethane. Silicone will still do the same job. And from thinking about it, I don't even really think that it's absolutely necessary. It's just going to hold it in place while I actually build the floor. But as you can see here, a big gap. The floor isn't flat, so this is actually flattening the floor for me. Plus, the fact that I'm putting plywood over the top of this gives me a base to actually affix anything to it, rather than trying to affix it to just this flat bottom piece of metal. The other thing is these sticks here, you only want them so they're just almost straight up and down. They don't have to have a lot of pressure on there, just enough just to hold it there in place. This polyurethane roughly takes 7 days to cure, so I'm going to leave it like this for at least until tomorrow. Okay, another first for me. I've never done this, but with this, I'm about to put the carpet on my plywood that I've cut. I've got what you would call a joint knife, because I was in the painting trade for so long. And I've also got this, because you know how thick this stuff is. This stuff is so thick and gooey. If you've never used it, it's hard to use, and it's sticky. So the trowel should really speed things up. It's pretty nice. I had to use those 2 screwdrivers just to force it together. Where the seam is the back side, I didn't roll the carpet around the edge, and you'd never know. On the sides, the same thing. I didn't roll around the edge because there's going to be a board. The wall is going to fit on there, and it comes out from probably where the edge is by 10 mils at least. It comes out at least 10 mils, maybe 15 mils. So, and it also holds it down. So there's no reason to roll the edges or that seam. But obviously, I rolled these front edges. And it looks good, doesn't it? The tape I've used to line the boards on an edge, I've now removed that bit of tape, put an arrow on it. So now I know where the exact middle of the board is before I put my floor down, so that I know where to put the screws in when the floor is down.